What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Volts Comics and More. I'm Alex, and today I am going to be doing something a little bit different again. This information here is taken right out of the Marvel Encyclopedia, updated and expanded, and basically it's just going to give a little bit of the artwork that I'm talking about for Captain America. As you see there, that is a picture of Steve Rogers and Abraham Erskine, operating under the code name Professor Reinstein, created the Super Soldier Serum. It turned frail Steve Rogers into a perfect specimen of humanity. And so that's when Steve Rogers first took the serum and became who we know him as today as Captain America. All these photos here that are brought to you by the encyclopedia are taken from different comic books, and the art is the same artwork, just kind of remastered to be put into the encyclopedia. That is Sharon Carter there in the capsule. Captain America arrives in the nick of time to prevent Sharon Carter being blasted into the blue, courtesy of Nazi menace Red Skull. And there you see the Red Skull there. It's trying to focus on his face again. But you see him there with his Nazi shirt on, so kind of not really the Red Skull that you kind of picture today, like in the movie with all black and everything on. But yeah, that's an original comic there. And then you have here the cover for issue number 1, where you see Captain America fighting Adolf Hitler, saying Captain America bursts into action battling Hitler in his first issue. Cap's shield changed shape to circular in forthcoming issues because of the objections from the creators of another hero called the Shield. So that's where you get his now round shield. And as you can see there, his shield is a little bit different colors than what you see now. Same concept, just the blue outline. But as I had mentioned before, in my other video about him becoming the super soldier and his origin and everything, now I'm going to kind of dive into a little bit more of his future. You see him here with Sam Wilson's The Falcon, and let's see, reformed criminal Sam Wilson. I'm so sorry about that. There we go. Reformed criminal Sam Wilson, alias Harlem's Guardian, the Falcon, has been one of Captain America's closest friends and most frequent crime-fighting partners. And here you have Captain America with the rest of the Avengers. Not too sure if I'm going to do a video like this again or not, because it's wanting to focus. It's picking up on everyone's faces, and the camera's wanting to focus on them. But let me know if you like this kind of style of video, where I'm showing different artwork for different issues and different time periods of the hero. And of course, it's not going to talk about anything new that's happening. Like this is kind of what happened in the new comics, but that is actually something totally different. Over the years, Cap has contested with numerous opponents intent on taking up his mantle. One of his challengers was the Anti-Cap, a modern-day counterpart created by naval intelligence as an extreme anti-terrorist operative. eventually facing defeat by Captain America for a second time, the anti-Cap chose death rather than capture. So that's kind of what happened in the Secret Empire storyline. It's kind of an anti-Cap type thing. So it's not really him saying, Hail Hydra. And then here you talk about Bucky's death before Captain America and the Falcon were a thing. You had Captain America and Bucky. Towards the end of World War II, Captain Bucky Barnes set out to foil Baron Zemo's scheme to steal a drone plane laden with a bomb. As the plane took off, Bucky and Cap leaped aboard. Cap fell into the sea, but Bucky clung on, trying to defuse the bomb. The bomb exploded, Bucky was killed, and Cap has been haunted by the memory ever since. So obviously we know that Bucky is later found alive and is turned into the Winter Soldier. And here we have a little bit more of Cap's future. As I said, when Bucky is still alive, Bucky claims the shield, unwilling to let Rogers' shield languish in the custody of SHIELD, Strategic Homeland Intervention Enforcement Logistics Division, which he blamed in part for Rogers' death. Bucky Barnes stole it back. Sorry, lost the place. From his own proportioned death, after which he had become the Winter Soldier. He used the shield in a few missions of his own. While taking the shield, he ran into Natasha Alianovna, the Black Widow, with whom he had a relationship with when they'd both been in the employ of the Soviet Union. After SHIELD finally captured Barnes, Stark surprised him by offering him the identity of Captain America to go along with the shield. Barnes accepted on 2 conditions. First, any secret mental conditioning from his days as a Winter Soldier had to be telepathically removed. Second, he would answer only to himself. Knowing that this would be exactly what Rogers would have wanted, Stark accepted the deal. Feeling unfit to wear Rogers' own costume, Barnes had a new one designed for himself. Unlike Rogers, Barnes was happy to use the weaponry of all sorts in his battles, not just the shield. He carried a pistol and a combat knife on his belt, which featured a number of pouches, and he brought in other ordnance as necessary. And here you even have Clint Barton, aka Hawkeye, on the deck of the helicarrier trying out Cap's shield. Oh, sorry. It's all about accuracy. Now here we have the Black Widow, as it was previously mentioned before, talking about Bucky. So her real name is Natalie or Natasha Ilyanovna Romanova, which, if you read if you watch the movies, they just call her Natasha Romanoff. So it's very different from the comics. First appearance was Tales of Suspense number 52, April 1964. There she is fighting Daredevil. Just a quick summary here. Shortly after Russia's World War II victory at Stalingrad, a lady trapped in a burning building threw her baby to a stranger below, a soldier named Ivan Petrovich. He raised a baby named Natasha, who turned out to be a superb student, athlete, and ballerina. She married test pilot Alexei Shostakov, but their happiness was cut short. Faking Shostakov's death and leaving Natasha to grieve, the KGB trained him to become the Red Guardian, a Russian super soldier. The KGB then manipulated Natasha into becoming a spy codenamed Black Widow. So yeah, all these names that are kind of hard to pronounce, they're all Russian. And basically that's pretty much from her training in the Red Room. Sorry. It's pretty much from her training in the Red Room. And Natasha has assumed many roles, including surrogate mother, field agent, and implacable opponent of a rival Black Widow. And here we have the Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes. First appearance in Captain America #1, January 2005. So obviously a very different Captain America than what I had shown earlier. In World War II, young Bucky Barnes served as Captain America's sidekick. Toward the end of the war, the pair clashed with Baron Zemo and hopped on a drone plane filled with explosives. Captain America watched the plane explode. Seconds after he fell from it, he awakened decades later, having been frozen in a block of ice, believing that he had watched his friend die. And that's where we go on to the Cold War soldier. Bucky lost his left arm in the explosion, but the cold waters into which he fell preserved him until a Soviet submarine found and rescued him. Taken to Moscow, he awoke with amnesia and with a crude bionic arm in place of his missing limb. General Vasily Karpov, who had fought alongside Captain America and Bucky in the war, had took advantage of this opportunity to brainwash Bucky into becoming the Winter Soldier, a coldly efficient assassin and spy. Because of his strong will, however, Bucky's mind kept trying to break through his programming, so Karpov kept him in suspended animation between missions. Each time the Soviets retrieved him, they reinforced his brainwashing and upgraded his bionics. After Captain America's death, Barnes stole his shield from S.H.I.E.L.D. With his training in cybernetics, Barnes could take on superheroes and win. So there he is attacking, I believe that's Iron Man there. And it even gives essential storylines to read. Captain America #1, The Winter Soldier kills the Red Skull. Captain America #8 through 9, 11 through 14. Captain America confronts the Winter Soldier and brings him to his senses. And Captain America #31 through 33. The Winter Soldier comes in from the cold after the death of Captain America. But yeah. There's Barnes' bionic arm can be detached when necessary, so there he is. I assume he just threw it at that guy. But yeah, the Winter Soldier right now he is in the Tales of Suspense with Hawkeye, and again, I can't give away too much information about what they're doing because it has a lot to do with the Secret Empire storyline, which I will get to that in the next video. Oh, there it goes. Sorry. Like I said, I'm sorry if this is a fail, guys. My camera is wanting to focus on every single head, so it's kind of hard to keep it focused. But this is more of going back to Captain America. While Barnes carried the shield, Rogers served the USA in a new costume of his own. There it is. The death of Captain America, however, was part of the Civil War here. After the announcement of the Superhuman Registration Act, Captain America Steve Rogers could not stomach enforcing what he considered to be an unjust law. He broke with his old friend Tony Stark, Iron Man, and formed a resistance movement to help unwilling heroes to defy the law. This split fractured the superhero community and set the heroes against each other in what would become known as the Civil War. At the end of the war, Iron Man defeated and captured Rogers, who was soon after assassinated as he was brought into a federal courthouse in New York City. So that's what happened with Captain America's death, which I do plan on doing a video about. Civil War is a very excellent place to get started in comics. It kind of spans all throughout the entire Marvel universe, so it's definitely like a really good series to read. There's different Civil War books, even one for the Illuminati, I believe. But there's like Black Panther, X-Men, all of them. So yeah, definitely check them out. But read the original Civil War first, which I will be doing video on that as well. During the Secret Wars, the new Secret Wars, where Doom created a world called Battle World. Part of its fraction was Civil War. And it was basically everyone was much older. It was what if the Civil War had never ended type storyline. Now this is the Captain America that a lot of people have been talking about. That is going to be featured in the Infinity War movie. Nomadic Cap, or well, Nomad. For a while, Rogers became disillusioned with the U.S. government and gave up being Captain America, taking on the identity of Nomad. 3 men carried Captain America's shield during this period: Bob Russo, Scar, Turpin, and Roscoe Simmons. The first two washed out. Okay, there we go. Sorry. The first two washed out quickly when they realized how dangerous the job was. The Red Skull killed the third as a message to Rogers, who returned to being Captain America to battle the Skull. Years later, Cap gave up his shield rather than follow orders he couldn't support. He took up wearing a black costume and calling himself simply the Captain. The government tapped John Walker, a hero known as the Super Patriot, to replace him. And recruited Lemar Hoskins to become his Bucky. When Rogers returned, Walker became the U.S. agent, and Hoskins became Battlestar. So there he is in his suit. That's what they're saying, that he's going to be in the Infinity War movie. Which that's just a lot of speculation, basically. What has been confirmed is that he's going to have the Nomad spirit, but he's not going to actually be called Nomad. I also heard that he's going to be just called the Captain. I don't know if that was a rumor or if that was part of the confirmation when they said that he was going to have the Nomad spirit, but we'll see soon enough. Movie comes out May 4th on Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. Yeah. Here's another cover for Captain America and the Falcon. Nomad. Becoming Nomad, Rogers once again became the first to don a costume to be worn by many others. So, but yes, in case you're wondering, this is the book that I'm getting all this information from for this particular storyline. Usually I'm just kind of going off all the comics that I have, but I kind of thought it'd be cool to show you guys some classic artwork for them, and also just to kind of show you some bits and pieces of the history of Captain America. If you like me doing videos like this, let me know in the comments below. Definitely working on getting kind of more better like camera and systems and everything, so that I can bring you guys a lot better videos. So I'm very sorry if any of these videos are kind of crappy, but just hang in there with me. Definitely working on it. But yeah, I'm going to end this video here, and like I said, next time I will be talking about the Secret Empire storyline. So definitely make sure that you hit the bell to get notified when I post a new video, and if you could, please subscribe. It'd help me out a lot, and definitely help me out to get some new equipment and everything to make a lot better videos. So, but yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.